gently noticing the soft inhales and exhales through the nose. And just connecting to that gentle rise and fall of your bellies. Just having these first few moments of our practice just to enjoy this stillness. Start to notice what it's like to be still. Start to notice what it's like to be with your breath. And just be with your body. Start to scan it from the tips of the toes to the crown of your head. Just really checking in and seeing how you feel here this morning on the mat today. Every day is different. Start to observe without judgment. And just having 3 more grounding breaths as you inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale as you soften a bit, maybe through the shoulders and the jaw. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Maybe still keeping the eyes closed or just having a nice soft gaze. Start to draw the knees really, really wide, wider than mat distance apart. Really sink the hips down to the heels and walk the hands out. This is kind of a child's pose variation where we start to get really deep into your inner thighs. So getting into those groin area. And again, just having 3 grounding breaths. 2 more. One more. Good, and gently start to lift the hips up over the knees. Guide the knees so that they're hip distance apart. And start to softly walk the hands down and in front. Keeping the hips high, soften the forehead towards the mat. Just breathing into the chest, shoulders and underarms. Again, just gently allowing the body to wake up, particularly in the morning when we might not have moved a lot. Be patient, be gentle. You have 1 more breath. And then gently start to walk the hands all the way back towards you. Come into your tabletop position. Flowing through a few cat-cows as you inhale, let the belly hang, raise the sit bones, draw the chest forward, lift the gaze. Exhale, navel to spine, press the mat away, release the head up and dome through your upper back. 2 more, inhale, arch through the spine, raise the sit bones, soften the shoulders. Exhale, navel to spine, dome, dome, dome through your upper back. 1 more, exaggerating a little bit more. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Good, then coming back into your neutral tabletop. Start to tuck the toes and hover the knees an inch up off the mat, pulling the lower belly in and up, pressing down through all 10 knuckles, slightly drawing the shoulder blades up and apart. You have 3 more breaths. Firing up through the navel and the core. 2 more. And 1 more. And as you exhale, softly lift the hips up towards the ceiling for your first downward facing dog. Good, so your first downward dog is there for you to explore. Good, inhale as you raise the right leg up towards the sky. Bring your right foot in between your hands at the front of the mat. Give it help if it needs. If it's a bit short, drop the back knee and untuck the toe. Lift into your low lunge. Navel draws in and up, tailbone lengthens down. So nice and secure pelvis. You're not rounding in that lower back. Just start to draw the pelvis a little bit further forward. Then reach those fingertips up. And exhale, see if you can go a little bit further. Just breathing into the front of the hip, the thigh. You have 1 more breath. Good, keeping the hips as they are. Start to reach the fingertips up. Maybe a little wiggle. Just imagine you're trying to draw the ribs apart from each other, peeling them up off the spine. Good, and keeping this nice straight spine, we're going to draw the upper back back. This is called thoracic extension. You have 2 more breaths. It's a subtle movement. You might have only moved a couple of centimeters. That's fine. 1 more. Good, then coming back to center. Reach the right arm out. Peel the left arm up and draw the left fingertips over to the right side, a nice side stretch. Breathing here all the way from your left hip to your left pinky finger. Maybe the fingertips reach down towards the mat. 1 more breath. Good, then left hand comes in front. As your right arm peels back, you come into a twist to the right hand side. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. You have 1 more breath. Then right hand to the back of the left thigh, left arm sweeps up and over. Nice little back bend here. Option to maybe walk the fingertips down the back of that left calf. Still reaching up and over. You have 2 more breaths. Squeeze the butt to support. 1 more. Good, and then gently coming up. Right arm meets the left where we began. And then frame that front foot. Draw the hips back, draw the toes towards the face. Just a gentle half splits here, not forcing anything too much. Straighten the legs, right toes flex towards the face. Inhale, plant the foot down, sink into the hips, lift the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, straighten that right leg. It's getting a bit of dynamic movement here. Inhale, sink into the hips, lift the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, straighten your right leg. 1 more time. Inhale. And then exhale. Beautiful. Right foot down, left hand down, right arm peels up. Option 1, stay here. Option 2, if you want to tuck your back toe, lift your left knee for your twist. 2 breaths. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, twist deeper. 1 more. Good. Then right hand comes down. Frame your front foot. Step back into your high plank. Holding here for 3 breaths, navel to spine. Crown of the head lengthens forward, heels draw back. Squeeze the butt. Your butt is switched on. 1 more inhale. As you exhale, drop your knees. Untuck the toes. Chest and chin. Hips stay lifted. Elbows hug the ribs. From here, press back up halfway. Start to peel the hips forward as you draw the tummy forward, the chest forward, and then lift the gaze. A little ripple through the spine. Good, and exhale, sink back into your child's pose. Just holding here for a couple of breaths. Active child's pose, so come onto your fingertips. Forearms are lifted. Maybe start to take little wiggles through the hips. Good. And walking the hands over to the right hand side. Again, getting a nice side stretch. 1 more breath. Starting to create a nice arc in the body. You're going to send the hips up. Come onto your shins as you peel the left arm up. Left hand comes to your left heel. Maybe tuck the toes to make it a little bit easier as your right arm peels up. Inhale here. And exhale, sink back down to your side stretch. Twice more. Inhale, reach up and over. Left hand to your left heel. Right arm peels up and over. And exhale, sink down. Beautiful. Last time. Inhale. Lift up, maybe tuck the toes, the left hand to your left heel, right arm peels up and over. And then exhale, sink back down for 1 final breath. Moving to the other side, walk the hands over to the left hand side. Start to root that right hip down. Flood your right ribs with breath. 2 more here. 1 more. Good, and same thing, lift up. Tuck the toes if you need, right hand to your right heel. Peel the left arm up and over. And exhale, come all the way down. Inhale, lift up, right hand to right heel. Exhale, sink deeper. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, come down into your side stretch. 1 more, everyone. Link the breath with the movement. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, sink deeper into your mini side stretch and back bend. Good, and then inhale here. Exhale, sink deeper, side stretch. Hold here for 1 breath. And then slowly walk the hands back to center. Tuck the toes and lift the hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the left leg up. Left foot comes in between your hands at the front of the mat. Drop your back knee and untuck the toe for your low lunge on the other side. Pelvis nice and neutral, navel drawing in, reach those fingertips up. Exhale, draw the hips forward. Connect to the sensations. How does it feel on that right hip, your right thigh? How does it feel compared to the other side? You have 1 more breath. Good, then backing off a little bit to neutral. Inhale, reach the fingertips up. Back bend from the upper back, so just lean the upper back back. It only comes back a couple of centimeters. 2 breaths. 1 more. Good, then coming back to center. Left hand comes down halfway. Right fingertips reach up. Inhale. Exhale, peel body over. Stay here, maybe left fingertips reach to the mat. Enjoy this nice side stretch. 1 more. Coming into our twist, left arm peels back, Right arm comes in front. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist deeper. One more. Then left hand to the back of your right thigh, or maybe the fingertips walk down to your back right calf. Reach the right fingertips up and over. Breathe here, 2 breaths. Make sure your glutes are engaged. One more. And then lifting back up, left arm meets the right, low lunge. Exhale, fold. Good. Straighten that front left leg, left toes draw towards the face. Breathing into the whole back of that left leg, the hamstring. Just let the head and the torso melt. One more breath here. Good, then plant that left foot down. Inhale, sink into the hips, lift the chest, lift the gaze. Frame the foot with the fingertips. Exhale, draw the fingertips back, straighten that left leg. 2 more times. Inhale, sink into the hips, lift the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, straighten that left leg. 1 more time. Inhale and exhale. Good, then slowly frame that front foot. Right hand down, left arm peels up, twist to the other side. Option 1, stay there. Option 2, tuck the back toe, lift the right knee. The toe is lifted, peel that right thigh up and draw the right heel away. 2 breaths. 1 more. Good, then left hand down, frame the foot, step back. And coming to your knees, chest and chin, hips are lifted again. Press back up halfway. Ripple the hips forward, then the belly, then the chest. Then your head lifts. Good. Exhale, tuck the toes and send the hips up this time, downward facing dog. And again, just breathing here. Opening up into the backs of the legs, pedaling into the feet to work through the calves and the hamstrings. You have 2 more breaths. Really getting that chest drawing towards the thighs, lifting the hips up towards the ceiling. Maybe a little soft bend in the knees to allow this. You have 1 more breath. Good, then soften through the knees, gaze forward, step 1 foot and the other to the front of the mat. Inhale to your halfway lift. This is a flat back. You want your navel to spine and whole back body is engaged. Exhale as you fold and release the head. 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Weight is in the toes. Exhale, fold even deeper. 1 more. Inhale. Spine straight. Exhale, fold and hold even deeper for a couple of breaths. Maybe you want to wrap the arms around the backs of the legs. Good, lifting those sit bones up. 1 more breath. And then from here, gently releasing, slowly peeling the body all the way up to stand. Imagine you can feel each bone stack on top of each other. There's no rush. Head is the last thing to lift. Big shoulder roll at the top as you inhale, shoulders up. And exhale, shoulders down. Now we're going to flow. Inhale, reach the fingertips up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold and melt over your thighs. Inhale to your halfway lift as we did before, weight in the toes. Exhale, plant the hands, step back. So option for knees, chest and chin as we did before, or coming forward into a half press up. So hover down halfway, then inhale, press back up, roll over onto the toes, draw the chest forward for your upward dog, thighs are lifted. Exhale, pull the navel in, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Good, you have 3 breaths here. Inhale for 1. Exhale for 1. Inhale for 2. Exhale for 2. Inhale for 3. And exhale for 3. Good, then soften into the knees, gaze forward. Step 1 foot in the other to the front of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, sweep up, reach through the fingertips. This time squeeze the butt, lift the chest up, gentle back bend. And exhale, flow all the way down and half. Flowing through that sequence again. Inhale, lengthen, navel to spine. Exhale, plant the hands, step or maybe float back, that's more advanced. Knees, chest and chin or half press up. Elbows always hugging the ribs, doesn't matter what option you're doing. Roll over onto the toes, squeeze the butt, draw the chest forward. Exhale, pull the navel in, downward facing dog. This time from our downward dog, come high onto the tiptoes, ripple forward into our high plank and hold. Exhale, bend the knees, hover the knees an inch up off the mat. Send the hips back to the heels. Lift the hips, heels to the mat, downward facing dog. 2 more. Inhale, high plank and hold. Exhale, bend the knees, send the hips back. Lift the hips, downward facing dog. 1 more. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Soften into the knees, gaze forward, step one foot into the other to the front of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Good. Inhale, rise, sweep up, reach, squeeze the butt, lift the chest up. And exhale, flowing all the way down. Inhale, flat back, whole back body is engaged. Exhale, plant the hands, step back. Your choice, knees, chest and chin or half press up. Elbows always hug the ribs, hover down. Inhale, ripple forward. And exhale, lift the hips. Downward dog. Good. This time, inhale, raise the right leg up towards the sky. Bring your right knee in towards your nose. Round, tuck and hold, shoulders over the wrist. Squeeze it in. Inhale, lengthen. This time, bend at the knee and open up through the hip. Good. Either staying here or drop the foot behind for your wild thing. Sink the hips down. Inhale, squeeze it all the way back up and over. Good. Right hand comes down and right leg floats. Bring your right shin onto the mat, halfway up the mat. Come on, plant that left foot down 90 degrees. You come into your gate pose. Start to hover that left leg up, squeeze the left butt cheek. Start to bend that left knee, grab the foot with the left hand. Open through the front of that left thigh and chest. Good, last breath. Lovely, then left hand comes down. Bring that left foot down, raise the right leg up, three-legged dog. Right foot comes in between the hands. High lunge, back heel and knee is lifted. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sink into the back left knee, draw the heart space up, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, lift and drive. Exhale, fold. So from here, we're going to come forward. Scoop this left knee to your right knee. Straighten your left leg and see if you can come down to seated. Use the hands. Good. Float back, ripple back, maybe into a little short shoulder stand. Just a bit of fun. From your shoulder stand, maybe bring your knees to your forehead or your toes to touch the mat behind. We're going to roll all the way back up to stand, coming into our warrior three. Trust the process. Left foot down. Extend that right leg back. Just get there however elegantly or not elegantly. I didn't do it very elegantly. Lift up into your warrior three. Good. And step the right foot back. Inhale, rise, high lunge. And exhale, fold. Frame the foot, step back. Flow through, your choice. Or you can settle straight in downward dog. Inhale, chest lifts. And exhale, hips lift. Other side, inhale, left leg peels up. Left knee to nose, round, tuck and hold. Inhale, lengthen. This time bend at the knee and open up through the hip. Option one, stay there. Option two, float the left foot back, wild thing. Sink the hips down, elbow to chest. Squeeze it back up, use the glutes, wild thing. Then left hand down. Left leg is raised, three-legged dog. Bring your left shin halfway up the mat. Plant your right foot down 90 degrees, gate pose. Right arm lifts. Squeeze the right butt cheek. Raise the right leg. Then draw that foot in, grab the foot with your right hand, 2 breaths. One more. Nice, and then slowly release. Plant the foot, right hand down, inhale, left leg raises. Left foot comes in between the hands. Inhale, rise, high lunge. Exhale, sink deeper, draw the heart space up. Inhale, reach. Good, exhale, fold. Pistol squat, so start to scoop this right leg through. See if you can have a play, come down. I planted, good, and then roll back. Option to come into a shoulder stand. Maybe come into knees to forehead, toes to touch the mat, your choice. This is strong in the morning. Doesn't feel good, don't do it. And then slowly this time roll forward, come into a squat. Good, toes out, heels in. You made it, guys, well done. Just a bit of fun, a bit of play. Start to lift the heels up. Nice. And now from here, right hand behind your right shoulder. A little bit of animal flow here. Elbow to chest, inhale, squeeze, lift, up and over. Exhale, come down, left hand down. Right elbow to your belly. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, squeeze and lift up. Good, nice. And then slowly coming back into your yogi squat. Just here for 2 breaths. Tall through the chest, press through the outside edges of the feet. And then hands come down. Step back. Optional flow through or come straight to your downward facing dog. You have 1 more breath. And then everyone from your downward dog, drop to your knees. Child's pose, just for a couple of breaths. Let it go. Get back control of the breath if you've lost it. The heart rate is increased. Elongate the exhales to calm the body back down. You have 2 more here. 1 more. Really nice. And start to tuck the toes and lift the hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, raise the right leg up towards the sky. Right knee to nose, round, tuck and hold. Inhale, lengthen the leg all the way back up. Right knee to your right elbow or higher, see if it can touch. Maybe arm balance if that's in your practice. Inhale, scoop the right leg all the way back up. Right knee across the body, core twist. Gauge through those obliques, shoulders square to the front of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, right foot comes in between the hands. When you're ready, rise, high lunge. Inhale here. And exhale, open out, warrior 2. So just settle in this warrior 2. Nice wide stance. Check your feet. This is your foundations where everything begins. Is that back foot 90 degrees? Can you see your front big toe? Is the knee tracking over the ankle? Can the front heel roughly in line with that back inner arch? Settle in. Use the breath to find a little bit more space on the exhales. Drawing the navel in and up. You have 1 more breath. Good, keep the legs as they are. Flip the palm, lift forward, up and back, reverse. That warrior, flooding your right ribs with breath. 1 more. Good, come into your peaceful warrior. Stay exactly as you are. Start to straighten that right leg. Reaching up and over, even deeper side stretch. 1 more. And then squeeze the abs, draw yourself all the way up to stand. And both legs nice and straight. Trikonasana. You need to short up that space, bump up the back foot. Scoop the hips back, fingertips reach forward. And then coming down. Imagine you're trying to stand in between 2 panes of glass. Draw your heart space back. Magnetize the feet together, the legs are switched on. 2 more. Option to bring the right arm up. Maybe left arm over the left ear, more of a challenge. Last breath. Inhale, squeeze yourself all the way back up. Exhale, rebend, warrior 2. Flip the palm, reverse. Inhale. Exhale, right forearm onto your right thigh. Left arm peels up and over. 1 long line from your left heel to your left pinky finger. Option 1, stay there. Option 2, hand down onto the mat or onto the brick. Option 3, maybe bind. Option 4, if you've got bird of paradise, go for it. If you don't know what that is, don't worry. You have 2 more breaths. Breathing deep into that right hip. 1 more. Lovely. Slowly release. Inhale, squeeze yourself back up. Straighten through both legs. Inhale, reach your fingertips up. Exhale, rebend, warrior 2. Flip the palm and reverse. Inhale, up and over. Now, flowing forward, half moon pose. So if you don't have a brick, this is going to be a balancing act. This is fun. So transfer the weight forward, put the fingertips underneath the shoulders in front. Squeeze the left leg to lift the left leg higher. Maybe float the right fingertips up. Open that left hip on top of the right. Maybe left arm reaches up. You have 2 more breaths. Embrace the wobbles if they are happening. Breathe, smile, and try again. 1 more. And then exhale, bend into that knee, step back, and open out warrior 2. Straighten through both legs, toes come in, heels come out. Facing the left-hand side of your mat. Exhale, hinge and fold. Wide-legged forward fold, prasarita. Option, hands onto the mat. Index finger, middle finger on the big toe. If you have a tripod headstand, go for it. Maybe you want to walk the hands underneath. Breathing a little deeper into the backs of those legs and the groin. You have 2 more breaths. 1 more. Good. And then slowly bring the hands onto the hips. Just lift up halfway, hold here for a breath. Just be mindful you be in a deep forward fold. And start to sink into that back left heel. So we're not getting too low this time. Just use the left forearm to open that left knee wider. And then start to come to the front of the mat. Bend into that right knee. Use your right bicep to open into that right knee and hip. Be back to center. Inhale, exhale, sink deeper. Inhale, exhale, move to the front. This time, inhale, exhale, hold. Left fingertips in front, right arm peel up as you twist. Last breath. Good, then nice and slow. Creep forward to the front. Pivot round, frame that foot, step back. Optional flow through, maybe half press up or knees, chest and chin. Or coming straight to downward dog. Just holding here for 2 breaths before we move into that left-hand side. Last little bit of flow before we come into some nice juicy stretches. Inhale, left leg rather sweeps up. Exhale, knee to nose, round and hold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left knee to left elbow or higher, maybe arm balance, hold. Inhale, scoop the leg up. Exhale, left knee across the body, twist, hold. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, left foot comes in between the hands. Good, high lunge. Inhale, rise. And exhale, open out, warrior 2. So again, just assess. This is a deep hip opener. Imagining you're ripping this mat in half. Press to the outside edge of your back foot and the heel of your front foot. 1 more breath. Lovely, then flip the palm, lift forward, up and back, reverse. Reach up and over, 2 breaths. Right fingertips almost float on that right leg. You're not pressing too hard. Good, peaceful warrior, straighten that left leg. Still reaching up and over, nice side stretch, 1 more. And then squeeze yourself up to stand. Shorter stance if you need. Hips draw back, fingertips reach forward and down, Trikonasana. So imagine all the energy is reaching up and out of your right fingertips rather than dumping down. Good, 2 more breaths. Option, left arm up, right arm over, carry that beach ball. 1 more. And inhale, draw yourself up. Exhale, rebend, warrior 2. Flip the palm, inhale. Exhale, left forearm onto your left thigh, right arm peels up and over, extended side angle. Staying here, maybe hand onto the mat, maybe bind, maybe bird of paradise. 2 more breaths. Peel the right ribs open towards the ceiling. If you're in your bind, draw your right shoulder open towards the ceiling. 1 more. Good, then inhale, draw yourself back up. And exhale, rebend, warrior 2. Flip the palm, inhale, up and over. Exhale, half moon pose. Move with intention, nice and slow. Start to float your right leg up. Fingertips probably will hover up off the mat. Staying here, 2 breaths. Finding your drishti, your gazing point. 1 more. Keep the breath flowing, it will help. And then slowly step back. Whoops. Open warrior 2. Good. Straighten through both legs. Toes come in, heels come out. Exhale, hinge the hips, fold and melt. Wide-legged forward fold. Good. This time with a twist. Right hand down, left arm peels up. Rinse your body out with every exhale. 1 more. Then left hand down and right arm peels up. One more. And then coming back. This time interlock the fingers, press the palms away from you and over your head. Breathe into your chest, shoulders and underarms. Good. One more. And then slowly release. Nice. Same thing on the other side. Bend into that back right knee. Press the upper arm into that right knee to open deeper into the hip. Just move from side to side. Feeling into the hips. Inhale to center. Exhale, sink deeper. Inhale, center. Exhale, sink deeper. Good. Then when you make it back to your right leg, twist. Right arm in front, left arm peels up. One more. Good. And then slowly creep forward to the front. Frame your front foot. Step back. Optional flow through, or you can come straight to downward facing dog. Good. You have 3 breaths here. Always, you can drop to your knees. Take your child's pose. One more breath. Good. Then inhale, raise the right leg up towards the sky. Bring your right knee to your right wrist. Bringing your right shin onto the mat for your pigeon stretch. Scoot this back left leg out. Bring this shin a little bit more parallel to the front of the mat. Make sure there's no niggles on that right knee. Lead with the chest. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, come forward and down. Well done, guys. Coming into the nice stretchy part, my favorite. So the moving part of the asana, the practice, that can often be the easier part. We're constantly used to moving and adapting, but actually being still can be the biggest challenge. So just notice if you're enjoying the stillness, or if your body is twitching and itching to move. Maybe your mind is darting around. Use your breath as an anchor. You have 2 more here. And then slowly start to walk the hands back towards you. Good. Gently start to tuck the toes of that back foot. Slowly peel your right leg all the way up and back. Any wiggles or shakes? Optional vinyasa if you want to flow through, otherwise settle in your downward facing dog. Other side, inhale, left leg peels up. Left knee to your left wrist, bringing your left shin onto the mat. Scoot your back right leg out. Bring that shin a little bit more forward if you can. Hips nice and level. Have your left knee wider than your left hip. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, come down. You can stay on your hand, you can come to the forearms, or you can come all the way down. Just breathing, sending that breath to that left hip to soften and release. One more full inhale here, and long exhale. And then slowly start to peel yourself all the way back up. Good. Tuck the toes. Slowly, when you're ready, extend your left leg up and back. Nice. Give the leg a little bit of a shake. Optional flow through if you would like, otherwise settle in downward facing dog. Then bending your knees, looking forward. Cross one leg and then the other to come to sit onto your bottom. Come into a seated forward fold. Move the flesh out from underneath you. Flex the toes towards the face. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, scoop the belly out as you fold forward. So if you can't quite reach your toes, doesn't matter. Still keep the length in the upper back. Flex the toes towards the face and gaze over the toes. Super flexy people, maybe bring your forehead towards your shins. Breathing here into the backs of the legs, maybe your lower back as well. 2 more breaths. Inhale, I want you to lengthen. Exhale, fold deeper. One more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold even deeper. Good. And then gently start to draw yourself all the way back. Nice. Now, crossing the shins. So, I want the left shin to be underneath and the right shin to come on top. To stack in this kind of square shape, so you're not crossing your legs. If this right knee is miles up, don't worry. Bring that right foot in front of your left knee. This is to work into your left hip. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, start to draw yourself forward. This is intense, so if here is enough, stay there. As always, if you want more, come forward. I've probably got a little bit more space in my body than others. So I want to come a little bit further forward, but only you know your limits. Breathing here for 3 more. One more. And then gently walk yourself all the way back up. Good. Now slowly start to release the legs. Just give them a little bit of a karate chop if they need. And coming into the other side. So right shin on the bottom this time. Left shin either stacks on top or the left foot is in front of that right knee. So remember, you're making that square shape. So the shins are scooted out a bit further in front. You're not having your legs crossed. So staying here, breathing into the left hip, inhale. Or if you want more, start to come forward and down. Just observing how this side feels compared to the other. Often we have imbalances, so just notice if this is the case. Again, this is a great pose to do if you do lots of running or cycling, or even sit too much. It just really opens up into the hips. 2 more. 1 more. Good, and then slowly start to draw yourself back up. Nice. Start to again release the legs, give them a little bit of a karate chop. Now coming into your butterfly pose. Feet together, heels close as is comfortable towards your sit bones. Hands on the outside edges of the feet. Breathing into those groins again. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, keep that tall spine as you start to draw yourself forward. And breathing here for 4 breaths. Try to soften through the face, the jaw, the neck, the shoulders. Notice if you're clenching anywhere where you don't need that tension. You have 1 more breath. And then slowly draw yourself all the way back up. Good. Guide the knees back together again. Slowly with the hands. And then coming onto your sit bones for your Navasana. Last little bit of core work, navel to spine. Hands at the backs of the thighs. Any lower back issues, stay here. Otherwise, reach the fingertips out tall through the chest. Maybe you want to raise the legs. That's even more challenging. Smile, breathe. 1 more. And then exhale, come down, low boat pose. Lower back onto the mat, shoulder blades are lifted. Squeeze everything into the middle, navel drawing into the spine. Inhale here. Exhale as we crunch back up. 3 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Use your abs, not your lower back. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Lovely. 1 more. If you're shaking, it's working. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze and hold. And then release the feet. Well done, guys. Give yourself a nice, well-deserved hug. Let it go. That's super tough. And then just having your feet hip distance apart. Tucking the tailbone under to make sure each vertebrae gets contact, navel to spine, coming down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Just holding here for a few moments, noticing what it feels like to be rooted back down to the ground. Start to bring your knees in towards the chest, give yourself a nice hug and a squeeze. Maybe little circles to massage that lower back one way, or or the other. And then allowing both knees to fall over to your right hand side for your supine twist. Breathing space all the way from your left armpit to your left hip. If you want to double wrap the legs, left leg underneath the right as if you're crossing your legs when you're seated, you can. One more belly breath here. And then slowly drawing the knees back to center, allowing them to fall over to the opposite side as your right shoulder blade plants. Nice soft gaze, or maybe closing down the eyes. It's drawing a little bit more inward as we draw towards the end of the practice. And then slowly draw the knees back to center. Coming into happy baby to finish, knees in towards the armpit, soles of the feet towards the sky, either grab the shins. If you want to go deeper, grab the outside edges of the feet or the big toes with the index finger and middle finger. Maybe little rocks. Maybe you want to straighten one leg, you want to straighten both legs to work deeper into your hamstrings. Holding here for 2 more breaths. Good, and then slowly releasing the feet. Bring the knees in towards your chest, wrap the arms around the shins, bring the forehead to the knees, squeeze into the tightest ball you've ever been. Take a nice big inhale here. Exhale, sigh, release, let go. And coming into your final and well-deserved resting pose, Shavasana. Scoot the shoulder blades away from you if they're slightly hunched up. Allowing the feet to fall out to the sides. And the muscles in the legs to fall away from the bones. And let the hips sink deep into the mat. Letting the breath go back to its normal resting state. Letting all the benefits of the practice soak in and wash over you. Softening across your chest, your collarbones, your shoulders, your throat, your neck and your jaw. Keeping a nice gap in between the teeth and allowing the tongue to fall away from the roof of the mouth. Soften the backs of the eyeballs into the eye sockets. And just softening the skin around the eyes too. Lastly, releasing any tension from in between your eyebrows and your forehead. For complete and total surrender. Taking a nice big inhale through the nose. And exhale, sigh through the mouth. Just becoming aware of your whole back body in contact with the mat. Maybe subtle movement to your fingers, your toes. Maybe rolling around to the back of the head to release the neck. Or wiggle your jaw. And when you're ready, bringing your arms up alongside the ears for your nice, long, deep and luxurious stretch. As if you're waking yourself up for the first time. And then bringing your knees in towards the chest, giving yourself one final big and well-deserved hug. Thanking your body for all that it's done for you today. Rolling over onto your right side into your fetal position, holding here for a few moments. Still keeping the eyes closed, just signaling new beginnings. Gently keeping the eyes closed, pressing yourself up into a comfortable cross-legged seated position. Hips rooted down into the earth, a nice tall spine. Palms resting on the knees, facing the sky. And just scanning here for a moment, noticing if you feel any different when you first visited this seated posture at the beginning of class. Maybe you feel a little bit more calm, less fidgety, energized, whatever it may be. Just take this feeling off the mat with you today and use it when you need it. Bringing your hands to prayer at heart center, taking one full big breath of gratitude as you inhale. Exhale, sigh. Bring your thumbs to touch the third eye between the eyebrows. As you bow down to yourself, to the practice, to each other. And as always, thank you so, so much for practicing with me this morning. Take care. Namaste.
Namaste.